Just want to test this, see if everyone can hear me. Alrighty, cool. Looks like everyone can hear me. Sweet. Alright, so I just wanted to share a little something with you. It's the magic formula. It's for mastering affiliate growth income channels. And I'll get started on that right now. Now, I've had 10 years background in software engineering, marketing, analytics, traffic conversion, and a lot more with quite a few mentors that helped me along the way. And a few of my mentors would be Tony van der Loot, left. He's a video and YouTube thumbnail expert. He's done a lot of big time corporations and helped them really make it in the social media world. And then Sebastian Beja, which is in the middle. He's a YouTube Gold Award winner, which you have to do quite a bit to get that, million subscribers and that kind of stuff. And I'm Sol Johnston on the right, with 10 years plus marketing experience. And another one of my mentors was Daniela Zapata. She's a LinkedIn strategist, so she helped me with that kind of marketing, with direct sales. And we just had a little error here. Stream mod. Okay. All right, so we just had a little error there. So let's see here. My little snap box here. Let's see. Okay, so show you a little bit more. So get us back on track here. And my other mentors would be Ryan Allaire and Leo Allaire. They're brothers. They're direct mail strategists. So they showed me another aspect of marketing. Kind of got the whole picture, shebang. And another client I helped was rapper Jay Active. And he got featured by Janet Jackson and a few other big time celebrities on his growth and everything like that. And I was able to help him start building his channels and showing him a bunch of marketing techniques to really get him going, and perception with thumbnails and things like that. So it was pretty fun. And this is a little convention I went to that was pretty fun. And it just shows that the more money you make, the more wealthy you'll become. And the biggest thing in business I've noticed along the way, helping especially a lot of small businesses when I help them, is that we tend to think backwards. So in business, sometimes we think backwards. And we don't try to see what's really going on. We kind of just put our own blockages in the way. And traditionally, we have created money out of thin air back in the day with stock certificates. It was just a future promise of making money, right? But they literally were printing money. That's what a stock certificate was. And actually, this isn't the slide I wanted to use. There's another one. Let's see here. Give me 1 second. Here we go. All right, so hit the wrong slide there. I had an older slide. All right, so here's the basic money myths that we tend not to deal with business. Well, when a lot of people look at things, they tend to look at what's empty instead of seeing the stars in the sky. They want to see the space between them instead of what they have. And people are the same way business. They look at the gaps instead of looking at the real problems of the business, and they distract themselves with these blockages. And one of the main problems that I see a lot of basic businesses do are, what are you trying to sell me? Sometimes they won't even tell you what they're really selling. They're just talking about stuff, and you're like, okay, well, I don't know what you're trying to sell, so you just go on and click to the next website or next thing, right? And I notice a lot of businesses really, some of them are that make a lot of money. They're upfront about what they charge you, but there's a lot of them that, just like I saw this advertisement the other day, where it was for a pillow, right? And I'm just like looking through the thing, like, this looks kind of cool, and I go through the bottom and I click on, want to know more, right? And it still didn't tell me a price before that. And then even when I clicked more, it still didn't have a price to go buy it. And then I had to click another button, and I was just like, wow, you have to go through 3 buttons to figure out how much this is. So that's the more a customer has to struggle to buy something, they're not going to buy it, right? And if they are scared about the cost, because the fear is a major factor in business, then they'll back out of the transaction altogether. And another thing too is a lot of businesses are so caught up into their own business, and they're not what value or benefits they're giving to the customer. So what's in it for me? So basically, you have to tell the customer what they're going to get out of it, right? I mean, just like the plumber's coming to your house to fix the problem, right? So that's something you have to think about with all of your products, is what are they going to get out of it, not just why your product's so great. That doesn't matter. All that matters is what they're going to get out of it, what's good and positive out of what they're going to get. And one of the last things, probably one of the most important things, is why should they believe you in your services? I mean, you can go to, just like I was saying earlier about plumbing, right? You can go to any plumber, but why would you trust one over another one, right? So what people usually do is they look at reviews, or they look at your background story, or what kind of things you have done, that kind of thing. And your reviews would be like, if you have 1-star reviews, then they're like, oh, I don't really trust you, right? So you have to build a brand authority in everything that you sell. Otherwise, you're not going to be in business for very long. And the price of ignorance, debt. So basically, I wanted to get into, we all have an ignorance debt. So just like me, we're all guilty. Like, I don't know exactly everything that billionaires know to be a billionaire. I'm not a billionaire. So I have that ignorance debt on me. So you may have an ignorance debt on you, which you do, everyone does, of some sort. We don't know something. We don't have the knowledge of something to get us to the next level. So, and every knowledge is a toll. It's like a toll road, right? And it's expensive on your journey. And a lot of businesses see this. They hire people, and they didn't really maybe select the the greatest person, let's say for a manager or something like that, right? So the business gets hit with a toll by that. So they end up having to pay extra money because they didn't pick the right suit, the right person for the right job, or in your case, you may not have the right knowledge for the next step for you. So we get a higher toll for every level that we get at, and that toll, on a small business may not be that much, or maybe it's a lot. It just depends. It could be your whole business. Maybe you don't make it because you don't have the knowledge for the next step. So, and this is just an example of it right here. Right now, you might be only making 16% of your 83% potential that you have right now. I mean, you should be making, at least 15,000 a month or something like that, right? I mean, so long as you have a good business, you should be making at least a decent amount, but you might be only making 30 or something like that, right? So you're not making but a fraction of what you should be making because of your ignorance toll and your ignorance debt. And there's a lot of things that you won't figure out on your own with ignorance debt. You really do have to have mentors and people who help you along the way. I promise that. I mean, there's a lot of things that I didn't know until my mentors came along. They're like, "Oh, what about this and this and this?" And they make it look so easy because they got past their ignorance debt and they figured things out, and people showed them things along the way too with their stumbling blocks. So that's why mentors are really good. And the thing is people don't usually give this information for free, because if you get something for free, people don't value it. The value comes from you taking the initiative to go to the next stage for you. Now, I do have a free case study that can help you make money, but that's something, if you go to secretlesson.com, you can go and download that free case study, and you'll be definitely making money. I guarantee it with that case study. And I want to level up your life a little bit. I just want to make it a little fun. I want to throw little Mario Brothers in there. And this is just for educational use for right now, just to make this fun. And now, the biggest problem with most business leaders, like people who start off, we've all been there. We get in the beginning, we get frustrated one little thing, then we give up. Game over, right? But luckily for you, you have, lots of lives that you can do. And, things can work in your favor, and life is good. Now, life does hit us hard, but of course, we do have it pretty good, with our technology and everything we have here in the U.S. And we make things harder on ourselves than it should be. And our purpose in life and what we're doing is hard to see. So people try to put their business as their purpose in life, or their job as their purpose in life. But in reality, that has nothing to do with your purpose. There's a lot more to you that can get you to the next level. And a lot of times we try to, we get a lot of these debts along the way, and we try to fit in business. And one of the biggest problems is we don't say no. We always want to a lot of small time businesses want to just help everybody. And with that helping everybody, you're helping nobody, because you're getting all the bad clients, all the worst kinds of people for your business. But don't worry, I do have some tools that can help you with this. And with the right tools, you have the right leverage, and you can get to the next step in your life. And you do have a true power within yourself. For selling, you don't always have to show your face. That's the biggest thing, biggest lie. Actually, some of the people who make the most money don't even show their face. Like, there's so many millionaires. Like, I met a billionaire, and I didn't even know he was a billionaire. Just all of a sudden, I got the clues later after he started talking about all of his TV shows and all the stuff he was doing, and his unicorn business and everything like that. And I was like, and then later on, I was like, wait, hold on, I was talking to a billionaire, and then I did ask him, how can you build a business from scratch with no money and that kind of thing? And it kind of helped me be invincible at that time. I was like, oh, okay, cool. And I started realizing a few things along the way and my true power within myself. And he started showing me that. And what's really funny is he wore a polo that was pink, completely pink. So he really stood out. And when you get to even selling a few things, and you're selling things with that are aligned with your goals, you find your life force, and you can fly. You feel like you're flying. You feel like you're going to the next step in your life, and that's like a good indicator that you're going in the right direction, right? And basically, you'll transform when you find this true power within yourself, with your business and your goals all line up. You go to the next stage of your transformation. And life is more than a video game, or is it? Because you got to think, how do you approach your life? Do you approach your life as a challenge? Do you want to take it to the next step? And it just depends on what you're trying to do. And, you know, we can level up our life. We can have a better life. We can make more money. The problem is a lot of times people, especially if they work for somebody else, they get caught up in the work game, and they're always thinking about the limitation of their positions and their jobs and things like that, instead of how much they can make taking their own risk and doing their own business, so long as they have the right formula, right? They have the right things, they have the right why, because why is the biggest factor in all this. And because if you don't have a very good why, then you won't really be determined to go forward and to really push yourself. And this is why I've created this workshop on secretlesson.com. I have a couple tiers. I have the basic one, which is $99, and on that one, it's just a basic course if you don't want to do ads or any of that and not show your face. It's just a basic course for you to basically get to the next stage and to actually get to the princess, right? Get to the next level, which is the last level. You got to get to an actual goal and make it happen. So I just want to make sure everyone's successful, and that's why I also have another tier, which we have a private community and supports, and that's $4.99, and that one's for 6 months. And with that, I'll help you with all the tools and guidance you need for the next step for you, and it will help build your superpowers, your wealth, your health, and your happiness. And you just have to get past your blockages that are within you, because that's the biggest thing. It's your own mind that's getting in your own way and everything that you do. So I know this presentation was short today. I'll have a longer one next time. But I just wanted to make sure that you knew that something is there available for you, that you can get to the next stage of your career and business and overcome your own limitations, your own blind spots, and get to the next level on secretlesson.com.